Hello, Lora Cheadle here. And in case you're wondering why I am different, I want to talk to you about that. Okay, because there's a lot of affair recovery programs out there, there's a lot of affair recovery coaches out there, and there's also the difference between coaching and therapy or coaching and counseling. So I want to talk a little bit about that. I am an attorney, I am a somatic attachment therapist, a clinical hypnotherapist, and a trauma informed coach. What that means is when you work with me, what you are going to get is forward motion. Coaches help you create and craft the vision of who and how you want to be in the future, and then give you a path for how to get there. So, the work that we are going to do is going to be around solidifying the past, creating the narrative, the story, the understanding about what happened and why, in service of boom, closing that chapter and putting it in our past so we can now launch forward and become the women that we want to be. My package is called Rise and Reign because it's all about rising from the ashes and then reigning as the divine sovereign queen of your own life. And that's what coaching is about. It's about that future vision. It's about tying up the past with a neat little bow, putting it behind you, understanding it so it won't come back in the form of like obsessive thoughts or thinking like, oh my God, did I do the right thing? And did I do enough? Blah, 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 blah. It's forward focused. Now, if you want to unpack your childhood, if you want to go into all of the things that happened to you when you were 2 and 4 and 6 and 8, and if you want to go into the past, that's what therapy is about. Therapy is about unpacking the past, the deep past, the trauma of your past. Coaching is about moving forward using the past as an understanding that will help inform the future, maybe realizing, okay, I need a little bit of therapy around this, but this is what I want to create. So that's a little bit of the difference. Why I'm different. First of all, I'm a lawyer. I know what it's like to get divorced, to have a divorce, prenups, postnups, infidelity, how this all works, parenting time, structure. I don't represent you, but I can give you commentary on your legal situation. I can give you information about what remedies might or might not be available to you. Did you know the average divorce in the United States is somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000? That's big. You can have a really messy divorce that lasts forever and literally bankrupts you both. You can have a quick and easy divorce. You can have a mediation. You can do a divorce yourself, or you might decide to try to work things out for any number of reasons. That's what I'm here for. I'm consulting with you around that big picture of your situation, of your life, of what's going on with you, your kids, your partner, all of that stuff. In addition to that, I'm also a somatic attachment therapist. What that means is I do a lot of body based stuff. I know that you probably have had that experience where you start getting so tense or you're like anxious and you can't, or you're shut down. I will help you process emotion through your body, heal through your body. If you've got anxiety, we may be doing some things to help channel and flow that anxiety through you. If you are overwhelmed and in a space of shutdown, I can help you find activities, motions that you can do with your body that will help bring you back to life. Somatics is just using the body. So not only are we going to connect to your mind and the big picture and the legality of the situation, we're also going to be using the body so you feel good, so you don't feel nauseous, so you don't feel heart sick. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist. That means we're also going to target the subconscious portion of your mind. A lot of learning takes place up here in the conscious portion of your mind, and that is great. But it's the subconscious that forms the operating system of your body, and that's where all of your habits and beliefs are stored. An example of that is, how many times have you said, I'm going to lose weight and I'm not going to eat sugar, or I'm not going to eat carbs, or I'm going to eat less? That's a conscious decision. You make that decision, and then what happens? What happens to me is I'm like, oh, but that cookie looks really good. Oh, but we're out for dinner. I'm going to have wine and an appetizer and a dessert. That's the subconscious operating system that says going out to dinner is special. When I'm stressed, I deserve a cookie. Hypnosis targets that subconscious portion of the mind and brings it into alignment with the conscious portion of your mind so you can follow through on what it is that you want. I will give you accountability. I will give you support. I will give you tools. And I think most importantly, I've been there too. My husband cheated for 15 years. I was totally blindsided. I know how it feels. I haven't just read about it in a book. There's a lot of coaches, counselors out there who are like, nope, never experienced it, but I went to school for it. Well, great. You don't know what it feels like. You can theorize what it feels like, but you don't know that devastation personally. And you don't know what it actually took to dig deep and get over it. And this is my pet peeve, just me. It's different if you're a man. It's different if you're a man. Women face unique challenges. We have been brought up in our cultures, in our family, to be good little girls, to play nice, to be kind, to be a supportive wife, partner, spouse, all of that. Even in these like modern times, as a woman, we face a different path than men face. And what I found, oh, I got so sick of some of the patriarchal men that would say, well, I'm an expert because I went to school for this. Well, you haven't been through it and you're not a woman, so you have no idea the kind of judgment that we face as women and the kind of stories that are going on in our head about what it means about us and our bodies and our worth and how pretty we are or how nice and likable we are. Climbing off my soapbox, because that's a big one. Those are all of the reasons that I'm different. And female, I've been there too. I use the body, I incorporate legal knowledge, and I'm a trauma-informed life coach. I know what trauma does, both to the person who cheats, a lot of cheaters have trauma, and then I know what that trauma does to you, to your body, to your mind, to your spirit, all of that. I get passionate about this. I get really passionate. So that's why I'm different. And that's why people who work with me have such a high success rate in healing. I get a lot of people who are like, I've done different programs and it didn't work. I get a lot of people who are like, I'm a year out, I'm 2 years out, and I'm still not feeling better. And then they start feeling better based on our work together because of all of those factors. So that's what you're going to find on the YouTube channel is resources that will help you with all of those things. And that's why I'm different. And that's why my approach is different. It's constructive, it's future focused, it incorporates the body, the soul, the mind, the spirit, the energetic body. And like I was mentioning about women, that's the ancestral code of betrayal that is within us. Think back how many ways were our ancestors betrayed, especially the women. Think about all of the forms of betrayal that are just vibrating in our energy field. We can do the work to heal betrayal for ourselves in our energy field that will help clean up those ancestral lines so we don't pass this down to our daughters or granddaughters or even to our sons. So that's why I'm different. That's what you can expect on this channel. Download my Betrayal Recovery Toolkit at betrayalrecoveryguide.com. And most importantly, the link is below. Book your complimentary 30-minute session with me and let's talk about this stuff. Let's talk about it. I'm glad you're here. Welcome. And I look forward to connecting one-on-one.